He walked where no European had walked before. He fought lions, crossed deserts, and faced deadly fevers. But David Livingstone's greatest journey wasn't just across Africa. It was a journey of faith, compassion, and unshakable purpose. Born in 1813 in Scotland, Livingstone grew up poor, working long hours in a cotton mill. At night, he taught himself Latin by candlelight and dreamed of something more. He trained as a doctor and a minister, but his heart burned for Africa. He didn't go to conquer or exploit. He went to heal, explore, and fight the slave trade that was tearing millions of lives apart. Livingstone traveled thousands of miles through uncharted Africa. He learned local languages, treated the sick, and preached Christ's love. But he also mapped rivers and discovered waterfalls, the most famous being the mighty Victoria Falls. He wasn't perfect. He faced criticism and failure, but his courage opened the eyes of the world to Africa's beauty and its suffering under the slave trade. He survived lion attacks, tropical diseases, and years of isolation. Often sick and alone, he still pressed on. For him, sharing the gospel meant more than words. It meant standing with the oppressed, fighting injustice, and showing Christ's love through action. When Livingstone disappeared for years deep inside Africa, the world wondered if he was dead. The journalist Henry Morton Stanley eventually found him and uttered the famous words, "Dr. Livingstone, I presume." But even after being found, David refused to leave. He continued exploring and documenting the horrors of the slave trade until his health collapsed. On May 1st, 1873, David Livingstone died on his knees in prayer in a small African hut. His African friends buried his heart under a tree in Zambia, saying his heart belonged to Africa. But his body was sent to Westminster Abbey, where he was honored as a hero. David Livingstone's life reminds us that true greatness isn't measured by wealth or fame, but by love and sacrifice. He dreamed of Christianity, commerce, and civilization, bringing hope to Africa. More than a missionary or explorer, he was a man who gave everything for others. His story still challenges us today. What are we willing to give our lives for? If this story moved you, leave a like and follow for more.